Hi Capricorns, Rhonda here with your weekly reading. Sorry I missed last week. I was really sick, so I apologize for that, but I'm here and let's get started. So for your first card, you got the Moon in reverse. And the Moon in reverse is, you've been kind of dealing with fears and anxieties. Those are kind of moving away. You're starting to, really free yourself from that, which is great. You're starting to get a hold of that, and that may be true for some of you. For others of you, it could be that you're burying your feelings. Not wanting to deal with them, afraid of tapping into those feelings, letting those feelings be felt, right? Because that's what the moon is about. It's about those emotions. And earth signs are ones, they just don't like to show emotions. They think emotions are yucky. Okay. But here's the thing, they're going to have to be dealt with sometime. And the sooner the better, right? The sooner the better. And also, excuse me again, the moon in this position is also about tapping into your inner guidance. What is your inner guidance telling you, right? Listening to that inner guidance. And as a challenger, you got the Lady in the Mirror. Lady of the Mirror, I should say. And I'm actually going to read this card to you because I think that it's really going to give you a really good glimpse into this. The Lady of the Mirror is both an ally and a challenger, asking you to see yourself in the mirror made by the events in your life. She represents the powerful force of the law of attraction and reminds you that what you are is what you attract. This isn't to say that you need to blame yourself for inviting transgressions, or if you find yourself a victim of a big picture event, say a war. This is a distorted interpretation of this law. Certain events are fated to test our faith. Rather, find yourself within the web woven through your life, your relationships, opportunities, desires, seeming failures, and successes. Observe how you've responded to life's challenges, great and small, and be aware of what is familiar in the present. Release all judgment and accept things exactly as they are with love. The Lady of the Mirror asks that you honor every part of your story as essential to your highest unfolding. Can you see yourself as being exactly where you need to be on your path? Do you love what you see in the mirror? Can you perceive your part in your reactions and the motives behind your current inquiry? You'll find your answer in thorough and honest self-appraisal. Isn't that beautiful? I think it's true, right? I think sometimes we don't always look in the mirror, right? And that's a hard task to do, but that goes right along with the moon and going in for that inner guidance. Looking in the mirror, right? And dealing with those emotions. Yep. I think that's good advice for you. And then you got the Nine of Autumn, which is about, you've been working really hard and it's time to reward yourself, right? You've been moving through your fears, you've been moving through your anxieties, whether it comes to work or relationships or personally, you've done a really good job, you've worked hard, and it's time to reward yourself, right? And part of that, you got the resting tree, which is all about resting and going into that inner guidance, right? Now's the time. Now's the time. This is coming up repeatedly for you, right? Going inside, looking inside yourself, right? meditating, getting in touch with those emotions, getting in touch with your higher self, connecting, seeing where your path leads you, right? What are your next steps, right? And then you got the Princess of Winter. And the Princess of Winter is about being kind, right? Part of it's about being kind because the Princess of Winter is very truthful, but she is very undiplomatic. Like, she will tell you the truth no matter how rudely it comes across. And so, it comes back to emotions. Look at how your emotions affect the way you speak to people, the way you and speak to yourself, right? She's also about facing information that you don't want to, right? So let's go back to those emotions that you've been trying to bury, right? And having to deal with them, facing the truth of those emotions, right? They're going to have to be dealt with sooner or later. Princess of Winter is calling you out, okay? And for your ally, you got the Mapmaker of Destiny. And the Mapmaker of Destiny says, you know what? We all have our own path, right? Every one of us is given a map when we come to Earth, and the map is our journey through life, right? And fate are those things that we have no control over, those things that happen to us that we can't control. But we are meant to experience them because they guide us onward, right? They teach us our lessons. They give us our knowledge, right? Your destiny is our interaction with those things in our life, how we walk our path, right? And so in doing so, we have to look at it from all perspectives: body, mind, heart, spirit, and look at all of those areas of our life, right? The pendulum is literally trying to come out of my hand. It's swinging so hard, like literally. So you're also being called in the Healing with the Fairies for detoxification. Okay? It's time to let go of toxins within you and around you. This card validates your inner guidance that has been telling you to let go of harmful habits. Go outside in nature and call upon the fairies to surround you. Ask God and the fairies to help you release toxins from your body, mind, and heart. Ask them to help you release your cravings from harmful habits. Your thoughts and emotions will veer away from judgment and fear and will become love-based instead. As you release toxins, whether they're environmental toxins and foods we eat, what we feed to our mind and bodies, our souls, right? Okay. Got this is a root chakra card, and so when we talk about fear and anxiety, that comes from our root chakra. That's the chakra that lets us know we're safe, right? And so when you're going into these deep dives into your inner guidance, into your intuition, into your emotions, into that kind of area, and you're doing that deep kind of work, it's important to know that you're safe to do so, right? And so, and that's especially true if you're still trying to get past some of that fear and that anxiety, or still hiding from that emotions, trying to keep them hidden and, trying to pull them out. So inner well is the card that you got. Tap into your inner well of strength and draw on your inner reserve of divine power. You have everything you need within you, awaiting your exploration, excavation, and ultimately your mastery. Confidently claim your unique power and gifts in this world and ground into the truth that you are held, supported, and kept safe in the arms of a loving universe. And the crystal for that is onyx, and the herb is dandelion. And so, like I said, that really works well for, when you're doing that deep inner work, to make sure that you're feeling grounded and safe. And so working with, onyx is really good. It's a really good grounding stone. And dandelion. Okay. And a good intention for you is burning to release. I release the past with gratitude for the gifts of wisdom and beauty that it offered. I am ready for a new chapter to begin in my life. As I gently release energies of the past, I create space for what is new to unfold. And bronzite is the crystal, and creosote is the essential oil. I think that's a beautiful intention for you to set, especially if you're digging into emotions, right? Because a lot of times those emotions are tied to something that's happened to us in the past. It's, led us into a different place, right? Like really damaged us in some way and traumatized us, right? So as we're learning to deal with our emotions and get those in check and tapping into those fears and anxieties and what's the cause of those, and you're going and you're doing that kind of deep work on an emotional level, looking at that, it's nice to really, setting that intention to release the past, letting it go, burning for release, letting go of the past, and realizing that, every day is a new day. Every day is a new step on our journey. We were meant to experience certain things to learn and grow, just like the map maker of destiny says. And, and then we're to move on to our destiny, right? And how we interact with that. So looking at the past and getting the knowledge and the information is important, but then letting it go and releasing it is even more so important, I think, sometimes. Right? All right, Capricorns, that's all I have for you this week. If you've not already subscribed to my channel, please hit the subscribe button. You can also follow me on Instagram and Facebook if you haven't already. There is a link in the comment section. I accept free will donations for my readings I do here on YouTube. If you feel the call to donate, I do appreciate that. I hope you guys have a great rest of your week. And remember how very much I love you. And I'll see you next time.